Shalom. First off, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakudash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to the hopeful elect that are scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. And to all my brothers out here preaching this truth to you, I say Shalom. This is Amatazar from the Chicago camp, coming back at you again with part two of Human Toilets and Female Independence, Shamelessness and Abuse. So last week I did a lesson, all right, um, which will be part one: human toilets and female independence, shamelessness and abuse. All right. So I did a lesson on that. Everybody has heard and is becoming familiar with the porta potties in Dubai. These wretched heathen, right, who have more money than they can spend. All right. They've exercised all of their lusts. And so now these heathen have taken it to another level, and they feel the desire, all right, is um, to desecrate, right, and make Jake's soul abominable, right. They want to force you to eat feces, all right, and urinate on you, all right, and then force you to commit bestiality, all right. So in last week's lesson, I went through some precepts, and then one of my brothers ended up sending me, all right, he ended up sending me the story of a woman's account, okay, allegedly her account in Dubai, okay, and how she basically shamed herself. So I'm gonna read an excerpt or a portion of her story, right? But let me hit this real quick. All right. A gift destroyeth the heart. This is Ecclesiastes 7:7. It says, surely oppression maketh a wise man mad, and a gift destroyeth the heart. Okay. So what does a gift do? What does that mean? Okay. Well, with ill intentions, a gift can make you let down your guard and do some really, really despicable things. Okay. As you're going to see as I read this excerpt. All right. But that's why we have these scriptures. This is Sirach 25:25. The Lord already said it. It says, give the water no passage, neither a wicked woman liberty or the freedom to gad abroad. If she go not as thou would have her, cut her off from thy flesh and give her a bill of divorce and let her go. Okay. So this woman, this story in this lesson, she had the ability to what? Gad abroad. Okay. So she's spoiled. Okay. And if a man knew what she went through, he wouldn't sleep with her. He'd leave her alone. This is Sirach 36:24. He that getteth a wife beginneth a possession, a help like unto himself, and a pillar of rest. Where no hedge is, there the possession is spoiled, and he that have no wife will wander up and down mourning. All right, so a woman is a possession. Okay, she belongs to a man. But these women don't want to belong to men because they're in rebellion. Okay, the woman would rather, okay, these bitches would rather fly to Dubai and get and swallow someone's shit, okay, and be urinated on, okay, and made to have sex with an animal, than be a man's possession. And I'm not talking about any man. I'm saying a man of the Lord. This is Sirach 36:24. Let me see. No, I hit that already. I'll hit it again. He that getteth the wife beginneth a possession, a help like unto himself, and a pillar of rest. All right. So ideally, she's a helpmeet, right? And she's somebody who's going to be that comfort when you get home. Okay. Where no hedge is, there the possession is spoiled, and he that have no wife will wander up and down mourning. All right. So a man, hey, it's not good for man to be alone. Let's put it that way. All right. Exodus 22:19. It says, "Whosoever lieth with the beast shall surely be put to death." All right. Now that's in the Lord's law. Now I'm gonna give you background before I read this excerpt. Okay. And then I'm gonna close out with a few more scriptures. Okay. So here's the background. All right. So this is a Jake woman. The Jake woman went to Dubai. She had a friend. From what I read, it seems like the friend is a groomer because the friend is set up in Dubai and has the ability to give her a ticket, okay, and put her in place to be used. So this friend, okay, don't know about the nationality of the friend, set her up, okay, and she met a man. The man offered her a shopping spree, all right, and so she had a shopping spree and $50,000 cash. She had to sign a non-disclosure agreement. So she already made up in her mind. She knew about the porta potties before she went out there. All right. But she was willing to do that for one man. Okay. She was like, I guess if it has to come down to it, I guess I'll do it. But she did it. She thought she was going to be doing it for one man, but it turned out it was five. Okay. So now the scripture says a gift destroyeth the heart. The thought of this all the shopping and all these material things that mean absolutely nothing, right? And then the $50,000. So what they do, they pick her up at 10 o'clock at night in a Lamborghini, drive to this man's mansion, and then from the mansion that's on the sea coast, they get into a boat, like I don't know, some kind of yacht or something. All right, a crazy boat. This is at 10 o'clock at night. All right. If you have never been on the ocean, on the water at 10 o'clock at night, it's pitch black. The only thing out there is the moon, if you can see it, if you got a clear night, if the clouds are not covering the moon. Okay. So that water is dark. You can't see nothing. This is the ocean. Okay. So they take her on the boat and they take her out. She's not permitted to speak. They tell her to shut up. It's 5 men. She thinking to herself like, oh, damn. She's like, it's five of them. And exactly what you think happened to her. All right. They ran a train on her. All right. And after they ran a train on her, okay, then uh, one of them defecated in her mouth and made her swallow it. One of them urinated on her. They were shoving everything in every hole. Okay. She said she vomited. She vomited repeatedly, and then they made her drink up her vomit. All right. And then they brought out the dog. Okay. So they put all kind of stuff in all of her orifices, and then they brought a dog out, and basically they had her bound, right, her hands and stuff tied, and had her mouth gagged, and then they put the dog on her. So this woman, all right, basically had they let a beast rape her. Okay. Now we just read the scripture. If you lay with a beast, you're supposed to be put to death. You and the beast supposed to be put to death. Now after they did this to her, they threw her ass into the ocean they threw her overboard. You know how terrifying that is? You're in another country and you with these men you've never seen before. They just got through doing god awful things to you, and then they throw you over a fucking boat. They threw her into the water. Now there's all kind of creatures in the water. But they threw her in the water. She thought she was gone. But they fished her out. And so she lived to tell this story. Now Now that I've told you the story, let's read the excerpt. So the everything that I just spoke of, all right, I cut out. I just left this little bit. I needed to talk about this because no one knows what she's been through until today except my friend. She destroyed me. I know she will read it. I just want her to know that she ruined my life. All right. So now this woman, all right, she can't take accountability for what she did. Now keep in mind, this is all judgment of the Lord. Now she's steady blaming someone else for what happened to her. I don't even know if I'll ever have kids one day. I'm so broken. I think about suicide all the time. I think I'm going crazy. I hear voices whispering where there's silence. I close my eyes and remember that moment, and they just laughing and having fun. I feel C. I don't know what that means. Horror of those feats everywhere. I sometimes catch myself screaming and crying with no apparent explanation. Thank you for not judging me. I made mistakes and trusted the wrong person. My greed and ambition today makes me pay dearly. Okay? All right, so that is the conclusion of her letter. All right. And she still went away blaming someone else, but the blame is on you. Okay? Uh, the scripture says many seeks the ruler's favor, but every man's judgment comes from the Lord. This is Psalms 9 and 15. It says, the heathen are sunk down in the pit that they made. All right. So these heathen, what they did, they're going to pay for it. It says, the heathen are sunk down in the pit that they made. In the net which they hid is their own foot taken. Yahweh is known by the judgment which he executed. The wicked is snared in the work of his own hands. Higgaion, Salah. The wicked shall be turned into hell, and all the nations that forget the Most High. This is Judith 8 and 22. It says, and the slaughter of our brethren, and the captivity of the country, and the desolation of our inheritance, will he turn upon our heads among the Gentiles. Wheresoever we shall be in bondage, and we shall be an offense and a reproach to all them that possess us. For our servitude shall not be directed to favor, but the Lord our power shall turn it to dishonor. Okay? That's Judith 8 and 22. Now, I'm going to read it again. All right? So to be more fluid, it says, and the slaughter of our brethren, all right? Israelites being slaughtered all over, all the four corners of the earth, and the captivity of the country. All right? We're not in our own land, right? And the desolation of our inheritance will he turn upon our heads among the Gentiles, wheresoever we shall be in bondage. Okay? So he will turn upon our heads among the Gentiles, wheresoever we shall be in bondage, and we shall be an offense and a reproach to all them that possess us. For our servitude shall not be directed to favor, but the Lord our power shall turn it to dishonor. All right, so the Israelites have been scattered throughout the four corners of the earth amongst these heathens, okay? And we are being dishonored, okay? We're being dishonored. We're a reproach to these heathen. I just saw a video today where a Edomite put a gun, all right, in Jake's face at a gas station, cameras all around. I mean, loaded gun, finger on the trigger, pressing it up against her temple, and right there out in public. Just, I mean, and just with the most pride, like, hey, he didn't care who saw him or anything. But this is part of the prophecy. All right, this is part of our chastening, part of the curses. All right, there's no doubt who the children of Israel is. All right, all right. So that has been part two: human toilets and female independence, shamelessness and abuse. All right. Listen, you don't have the, if you're not repenting, all right, and you don't get this truth, okay, you got nothing but shame and destruction coming to you. All right. And the scriptures are batting at 1,000. Okay. These scriptures don't lie. Okay. Surely oppression maketh the wise man mad, and a gift destroyeth the heart. So for money, you will be a toilet. Okay. Amongst other things. I pray that this lesson has been edifying. Until the next one. Shalom.